Time to recap today's game. This is Trailblazer Postgame.
And welcome back to Stevensville, Texas. It's a final Utah Tech, making it a sweep of the Texas two-step. 65-59, Trailblazers get the 6-point win. First time in school history as members of the WAC that they come on a two-game Texas road trip and they get this sweep. Hi there, everybody. Rod Zundel. Welcome to Trailblazer post-game show. Glad to have you aboard here. This is fun, talking about wins on the road in Texas. Utah Tech now, they moved to 6-4 in conference play. Trailblazers now a half game out of first place. The three teams tied for first place in the WAC. UT Arlington, Utah Valley, and California Baptist at 6-3. Utah Tech now 6-4 and a half game out. And UT Arlington is coming to town next week, next Thursday. That is a battle where the Trailblazers can move into a first place tie if everything works out. And then they've got Utah Valley and Cal Baptist coming to town the following week. So the next week and a half in St. George, Trailblazers have a chance to take over first place in the Western Athletic Conference and contend for a WAC championship and get ready for the WAC tournament. Haven't been able to say that here this late in the season, so it's a great feeling and a great opportunity as the Trailblazers get the win, their first ever win here in Stevensville. They were 0-3 before today. Now they get their first win. They moved to 13-11 overall. We're waiting for head coach John Judkins to come by and talk to us. And like I said, this is getting fun, talking about wins on the road in postgame. Tarleton State, they dropped to 2-7 now, 11-11 overall. This was just now they're 8-4. At home, and on the road, Utah Tech improves to 5-8. So, going through some of the stats. First of all, the keys to the game for Utah Tech, the Mr. Appliance keys to the game. First of all, Tarleton State, they're number one in the country in steals per game. At 11, Utah Tech the best in the conference at not turning the ball over, just around 12 a game. Right now, Trailblazers have 14 turnovers, and that allowed 15 points for Tarleton State. Better job than they did the first game. Points in the paint, 30-22 in favor of Tarleton. Offensive rebounds, another keys to the game. And Trailblazers overall were out-rebounded by 9. And on the offensive boards, they were out-rebounded 15-6 and second chance points 17-0 in favor of Tarleton State. So the rebounding and second chance points, a big key for Tarleton State. And again, just like the first game in St. George, Trailblazers out-rebounded. They turned it over. They scored. Tarleton State scored more points off turnovers than the Trailblazers. But in that first game, Trailblazers shot 4 more threes and won by 4 points. They made 4 more threes than Tarleton State. Today, they tied a season-high 12 three-pointers, 12 for 25, and 3 of 23. So 9 more threes, and so that's 27 more points from beyond the arc for Utah Tech than Tarleton State. And the difference is 6 points. So 3-point shots, again, made the difference here. Trailblazers shot 50% from the floor, 25 of 50 compared to 21 of 60 for the Texans. Utah Tech, not very good from the free throw line. They only went 8 times, 3 of 8, 14 of 17 for Tarleton State. So here comes the coach. Here he comes. Let's bring him in. On this side, Coach. We got you. You're right there. There you go.
That's where I was going, big guy.
All right. Talk to me, Coach.
Oh, Rod.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Hey, Coach. These post games are a lot more fun when you win 2 games in Texas.
Well, we challenged them today. We said, guys, we have never won here, number one.
Yeah.
We've never won back-to-back road wins.
Yep.
And nobody in the WAC has done that yet. So
yep.
I say, hey, let's go get it done. And again, I give Britt, Toby, and Dario a lot of credit. I mean, yesterday they couldn't even put weight on their feet, their ankles, and they battled. They battled pretty hard, and even that call at the very end of the game there on Dario. I mean, the refs came to me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry I had to call that, but he did hit him." And he goes, "We don't want games to end like that." But man, but our guys handled it pretty good. So they got to stop what we needed to. It was a rough game defensively. I thought tonight kind of won the game. We went toward a little zone. I think that hurt a little bit. Our rebounding, we did better the second half defensive rebounding. But the first half, that's where they got us. Is they had 8 offensive boards, 15 extra possessions, big deal. But again, they're hurt. They had 3 guys out. We had 2 guys that could barely move yesterday, and just proud of the effort. And I thought Noah played one of his better games offensively. He got some big time boards and did some good things. They really smothered Ethan. That was their game plan, is to take Ethan out and it opens out some of our outside stuff. And we'll watch film and get better, and we'll play these guys again. So we got to learn and get better, but we got to get home and get some rest and get healthy. That's what we got to do for Thursday night.
Coach, normally you have 4 to 6 players in double figures. You had 1 player, Noah Belonga, in double figures, and you still got a road win. What does that say about these guys?
That tells our defense. That's where our defense won the game tonight, because our offense wasn't there. Again, when teams pressure you, the worst thing you can do, and this we got to watch on film, is you try to do it too much yourself.
Yeah.
And I think we had that a couple of times. But the guy got into him, and they were like challenging him, like, "Come on, buddy, see if you can beat me." And some of our guys did that. Instead of, when teams pressure, the hardest ones to guard are guys that share and move the ball.
Yep.
The easiest ones to guard are the guys that bounce it and bounce it and bounce it. And so that's something that our guys got to see. But hey, you have one of those off nights, but I thought our defense was solid. Our toughness was solid. We kept saying, Elliott was his scout. He just kept saying street dogs. And at the time, I thought we were really doing them. We pushed our lead up to 8 or 9. I thought, here we go. And then all of a sudden we had some dumb fouls, and then we get that that fragrant one that could have changed the whole thing. So again, foul shots, we got to work on those. Right now it's confidence. I got to get Tanner in the gym, just getting his confidence up, because he wasn't aggressive tonight. I think he didn't want to get fouled.
Yeah.
So he wasn't as aggressive as he needs to be. He's got to let that go. He's got to move on to the next thing. But Britt hit some big threes, and he can barely walk.
Yeah.
His ankle's swollen up, and he hit some huge threes in those corners, and the one that Juice hit right there at last play in the corner, the shot clock run down again. But again, he let it come to him, and Noah did a great job of finding him, and boom, we get it. But hey, we'll take it. Great weekend, great week for us, and now we got to get out of here and get home and get ready for a really good team that beat us at our place last time, UTA. And did they win today over at Cal Baptist?
No, Cal Baptist won. So, Coach, 3 teams at 6-3. You're 6-4, a half game out of first place. All the teams that are in front of you
play each other.
Are in St. George the next week and a half playing you guys.
It's in our own hands. I mean, it's great. We just got to get everybody healthy. And again, I thought Dario had a big game for us. I mean, he changed the game on the inside, and that was huge. And I just give those guys a lot of credit. So we'll be ready. We'll get some rest, Rod, and let's get out of here and get home as quick as we can.
Coach, first win here.
Yeah.
First time ever sweeping a 2-game road trip in Texas.
Yeah. You
got to be excited.
Oh, I am excited. I'm excited. But again, I don't think we played our best, but we fought to win. It's you got to find ways to win, and our guys did that tonight, and that's something that we'll work on. We'll definitely talk about that. That's exactly what it was.
Isn't that a mark of a good team?
It is. I really do. I think that, hey, when things are going bad, are you going to quit, or are you going to keep fighting? And these guys did. They kept fighting. So this is big. We knew these guys would fight. We knew these guys, getting beat. I mean, the Utah Valley game on Thursday, Utah Valley beat them by 20-something or whatever it was. But they were 11 minutes to go in the game. It was a 2-point game.
Yep.
They just kind of took out. So again, there's some things that I'll give them credit. He's the new acting head coach now with Billy. I hope Billy's okay, and wish him to recover quickly and wish him the best.
Yeah.
But man, these guys played hard, and they're gonna be that way again when we come back. We know that they'll have their players back.
Yeah.
But when players get hurt, it gives somebody else a chance, Rod, and sometimes that's scary.
Yeah.
And but hey, I am excited, Rod. I know you don't think I am. I
I
am.
saw a smile.
Yeah, I am. But again, I just there's some things we could have done better. But a win is a win, and and then nobody's. It's gonna be hard to win 2 games like we just did. And so I was very proud of them.
I like your smile.
All right, buddy.
It's about time.
All right.
All right.
I'll smile for
We're
you.
going to take a break. When we come back, our player of the game will join us. Trailblazers get the win.
Who'd you pick?
65-59. You're going to have to wait and find out. We'll be right back.
Picked Noah. Hope you picked Noah.
Okay, we'll see.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
All right, back here in Stephenville, Texas, Trailblazers get the win 65-59 over Tarleton State. First time ever winning here in Stephenville. First time ever getting the sweep on a Texas 2-game road trip. Time now to unveil our player of the game.
Our player of the game is presented by Stewart Awnings and Outdoor Living, Southern Utah's outdoor amenities experts.
All right, really no surprise. Noah Belonga is our Stewart Awning player of the game. Noah, congratulations, a career high 23 points. The only player in double figures, while some other guys struggled on offense. Ethan Potter, they really took him out of the game, and you stepped up when you had to for a career high.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say thank you to my teammates for really finding me. I think we really played well defensively. It was the main point. We held them to 59 points. So that was a defensive game, yeah.
Was there much talk about you had never won here in this city? You had never swept a 2-game road trip in Texas before the game?
I didn't know until they told me before the game.
Yeah.
It was the first time. So, but it was personal for one of my teammates too. So I had to step up for this game. When it's personal for someone, it's personal for everybody.
Yeah. So it was personal for you.
And Dario.
Why Dario played for Tarleton, but why was this personal for you, and how were you able to get a career high 23?
I had one of my former teammates at Tarleton, number 97. We grew up together. We play in France.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really wanted to show up against him, and I think I did it pretty well. So I'm happy about this game.
What is the mood of this team? Maybe not your best game overall as a team, but you found a way to win in a tough place.
It was a tough place, of course. I think winning 2 games straight in Texas, it's pretty hard. Like you said, the school never did it before. We got a lot of injured players too. I think it's the time of the year to take care of our body, and we really got to be ready to any possibilities. So yeah, it was a tough travel, and we finished right.
You're now 6-4 in the Western Athletic Conference. You got 3 teams in front of you. They're 6-3. You're a half game out of first place for a WAC regular season title. All 3 of those teams that are in front of you, they're going to be in St. George to face you in the next week and a half. It's right there. Can you guys sense that you got a chance to win a WAC regular season title right in front of you?
Yeah, of course, everybody believe it. I think we played against every team at least 1 or twice for some. We know each other well. Everybody is beatable. We can beat every team in this conference. So we pretty confident about it.
First ever win here in this city. First ever 2-game sweep on a Texas road trip. Things are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice flight home.
It's going to be a nice flight home. Feeling good after two wins. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Noah Belonga is our Stewart Awning player of the game. Career high 23 points, and you were also one off your career high in 3-pointers made at 4. So you've been feeling it in this trip. You got off with 2 straight 3-pointers to open up the game against Abilene, and then you continued here. You got that little motion going. You got the feel, don't you? You're in rhythm.
Yeah, I started feeling it. I struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but I'm a shooter, so I keep shooting, and I know it's gonna go in at some point. So
Shoot away, Noah.
exactly.
Noah Belongar, Stuart Awning, player of the game.
Thank you for watching.
All right. Congratulations, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right, that's Noah. We're going to wrap this thing up. Big thanks to Noah and Coach, and also Caden Formaster back in the studio. That'll do it here in Stephenville, Texas. The Trailblazers get the win by 6. The final 65-59. Utah Tech now moves to 6-4, only a half game out of first place in the Western Athletic Conference, and they'll take on one of those teams in front of them, UT Arlington, next Thursday at 6 o'clock. So, 7 o'clock Utah time. So that'll do it for us here in Stephenville. Utah Tech gets the win, 65-59. For Caden Formaster, I'm Rod Zundel saying so long, and it is once again a great day to be a Trailblazer. See ya.